Blum Fest, it's coming. So something from Halloween Kills. Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, how's it going? This is another Fandom Empire update. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Usually we do a live show. In fact, the graphics for the live show are up right now, but we're going back to our roots doing a pre-recorded video. I know this is pre-recorded because I've already managed to fuck it up 4 times, so here we go with try number 5. How's it going, everybody? It is Monday night, October the 26th, 2020, broadcasting to you live from just outside Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I am Sean, as it says on the screen. At least I got that fucking graphic right. I mean, some miracles do happen. Let's dive right into this video, though. You guys are waiting for the information, and we're going to get to that. But first up, because we care about what you have to say here at Fandom Empire, without you, there's no us. That was about to sound very, very bad. All right, so our multiple choice question in this video is, which horror movie do you prefer, The Shining or the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Take a second to comment down in the comment section below. We want to know what you think, The Shining or the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm a Shining guy. I love The Shining. I'd go as far to say I know some people don't even consider it a horror movie, but for me, I think it's the best horror movie ever made. So comment down in the comment section below. We want to know what you think, Shining or Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Let's get to it, though. The big news of the day is Blum Fest. Got my notes here. I'm not used to pre-recorded content anymore. Blum Fest 2020. Thank you for reminding us what year it is, because I don't think any of us are going to forget anytime soon. Blum Fest 2020 will debut at 10 p.m. Pacific time. I believe that is 1 p.m. Eastern. I could be fucking that up too, though, but we'll see. And they are going to have a bunch of stuff. Welcome to Blum, The Craft, Freaky, The Good Lord Bird, and, of course, Halloween Kills, which is awesome. You know, obviously Blum has taken it upon themselves to do their own mini version of DC Fandom, which is fantastic. DC Fandom, whether anybody, like, the most cynical DC fan, and I've been there before, couldn't say that DC Fandom wasn't a major success. Now, obviously, considering DC Fandom had tons of build-up, and this does not, I would not expect the same things from this as you'd get from DC Fandom. However, I want to point our normal viewers, our regular viewers, the people that keep this ship running without hitting an iceberg and sinking, that if you'll remember, it was a few weeks ago, our main source that we've used for our Halloween content for well over a year now, really well over 2 years, dating back to Halloween 2018, said, quote, something is definitely coming. However, it's probably not as much as what someone would want, but more than what most would want, but more than what we got last year. Now, a bunch of people jumped on the bandwagon and saying, oh, Fandom Empire and Sean, that fucking guy said something's coming. And I gotta, fess up here. No, I didn't. I relayed to you the information that was coming from our main source. I was pretty much on the other side of the field with this one. I didn't agree with him at all. And this is why I'm the guy that runs the YouTube channel, and he's the guy with a much higher paying job. Because clearly something is coming. He's been really quiet as of late too, and I told him I was going to make this video And I basically asked him if this is what he was referring to, and I got a wink face, and I'm like, can you give me a little bit more than that? And he gave me 2 wink faces. So, say what you will. I'm assuming this is what he meant was coming. It would make a hell of a lot of sense. Now, does that mean that everybody should have their expectations that we're getting some 2.5-minute trailer, all-exclusive look in at the movie? No, probably not. Is it impossible? No, not at this point. The second they announced this, it was very possible. However, I think it's a good idea to have realistic expectations. I would put that at less than 25% of a chance of happening. However, being that we're about a year out from the movie, a little less than that now, crazy. We were 15 plus months, and now we're down to less than a year. It's going quick. It's going quick. I mean, it's quick for us anyways. We're so busy with Haddonfield Vanished. We're just running around like chickens with their heads cut off. I think it's important to keep expectations in check here. So our source, who obviously had the information on this way ahead of time, and for the haters out there, they're going to be like, your source don't know shit, and you don't have sources. They're full of crap. Look back at our previous videos. It literally alludes to this. Even though I didn't know this was coming, clearly our source did. And, he was right and I was wrong, it looks like, to some extent. I think when he says more than we got last year, which was a sizzle reel, but not as much as most people would want, would be a full trailer, I think you can probably bet that maybe we'll get a teaser poster and a sizzle reel. Maybe we'll get the poster and a behind-the-scenes look, plus the panel, those 3 things combined. However, I think the most you're going to see is if you look back at I think there's 2 options here. If you look at what different beast, remind you, what Star Wars did, I think it was about 13 and a half months before the release of The Force Awakens. You basically got a 90-second trailer that didn't show a whole lot, but gave you little snippets of the film. I think they could give us a minute 30. I do. I think it's a realistic possibility. It's not where I'd place my money right now, but I wouldn't rule out the possibility of a quick 90-second look at this movie. It could happen. We'll have to wait and see. My money's on we get the panel, we get some behind-the-scenes images, maybe a behind-the-scenes reel, and a poster. That's my bet. But I'm not going to, disregard the possibility of, 1, they might give you a 90-second trailer, or 2, you might get a trailer that doesn't show very much, which in fact would be the trailer that they cut together that was supposed to be released way back in June. And that didn't happen, obviously, because of all the delays and the pandemic and etc. So I think both of those are realistic possibilities. I think it's more likely, though, that you end up with a behind-the-scenes look, the panel, and a poster. And even that might be aiming a little bit high, guys. But I'm trying to read into what the source has been saying to us. Again, hey, I was wrong, and he was right to an extent. Obviously, something was coming. Now, I'll say this. We get people on our channel, and, they're supporters of our channel, and I understand how they feel, that feel like they're owed something. And I've always been on the opposite side of, people being owed anything in regards to this. However, when you announce a panel like this, very close to Halloween, 2 days before, basically, you have to deliver something. You can't just have a panel that talks about the movie. Doesn't have to be a trailer. You could release 4 or 5 behind-the-scenes images. You could release another sizzle reel. You could release a poster, or even just a teaser poster. But what you can't do is just have the panel. Because if it's just the panel and nothing else, then for the first time ever during this entire process, I will be on the side of the people that feel pissed off and more or less had, and that they were owed something. When you announce something like this, you're basically telling the fans something's coming. Now, some people are going to disagree with me and saying that I'm just completely off my rocker, and they're entitled to do so. But in my opinion, when you do something of this nature, at the end of the day, something should come of it. It is what it is, though, ladies and gentlemen. We shall see what comes. Are we getting a teaser poster? Are we getting the poster? Are we getting another behind-the-scenes, sizzle reel? Are we getting some behind-the-scenes pictures? Are we getting a short, brief teaser? Are we getting the teaser that was supposed to be out in June? Or will they do the Batman thing and just say, you know what, here's a 2.5-minute trailer? I think that's extremely unlikely, less than 25%. But I'm with you guys. If nothing comes from this other than a panel, you now have reason to be legitimately pissed off. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you for tuning in to Fandom Empire. If you haven't yet, take a second, smash that subscribe button. I believe that's what it's called, right? A subscribe button? Yeah. Hit that subscribe button. Keep up to date on all of our content. Halloween, Star Wars, horror, and so much more going on at the channel. All the updates on Haddonfield the Vanished. Obviously, our indie, where are we here? Hit the wrong button a few times. Haddonfield the Vanished, our sequel to Halloween 4, starts shooting this Wednesday. That's right, we're finally here. Wednesday is the day. Check us out on Instagram, Fandom Empire Now, Camp Haddonfield Podcast, Star Wars Renegades, and Star Wars IRB. On Twitter, at Fandom Empire Now, at SWRenegades, and at Star Wars IRB. On Facebook, you can type in the Fandom Empire Den. Join the group today, because that is, in fact, the way. And if you haven't yet, check out our Patreon. We have 2 Patreon shows. Lambkin Lane, which you have to be a member of the Lambkin Lane tier to be a part of. But we also have the Fandom Empire Underground. Lambkin Lane is once a month. The Fandom Empire Underground is once to twice a month as well. www.patreon.com/Fandom Empire. Well, guys, exciting news. Something's coming. Something better be coming, or people are going to have a reason to be pissed off now. The one thing I can say without doubt is the boogeymen, yeah, they're coming.